Jackson Radio Show.
Greetings and salutations. You are tuning into the Kevin Jackson Show. My name is Brett Segal, otherwise known as the Disgruntled Millennial, broadcasting to you live from my safe space down here in northern Florida, where I'm always free from your bigotry, racism, hatred, microaggressions, and patriarchy. You can get me on Facebook. We just broke 100,000 followers on Facebook. Yay, rah, rah, rah. Congratulations to me. I'm so awesome. But it's not just me. We have a small group of patriots who are constantly posting, constantly bringing the news and speaking truth to power. And one of the cool things about my Facebook page is that we don't just list off a bunch of, we do the memes, we do a bunch of videos, we do all the conservative stuff, but we also delve into the liberal stuff. We post liberal articles. We want liberals to speak for themselves. This is the thing about liberals. They don't want conservatives to speak for themselves, because when you get into a debate with a liberal and a conservative starts talking, you start to hear all these words like racism and sexism and stuff like that. The argument gets totally lost. Okay. Now, as a conservative, I really, really, truly believe that I am on the right side, not just the right side, but I believe that I'm on the correct side, the right side, the moral side. And when we say the right side, the moral side, how can you make a value judgment? How can you say with certainty that what you believe is right? Well, you have to unpack your beliefs. You have to unpack the things that you say. When you make a claim, you have to make a warrant to substantiate that claim. That's just how logic works. So let's take Obamacare, for example. Let's say we're having a debate on Obamacare, and I say, I'm a conservative. I come to the table with some arguments, and I say, well, freedom is a standard, and Obamacare, hoists freedom from individuals and basically puts it in the hands of the government and a big bureaucracy, a big unelected bureaucracy. Okay? I can make a value judgment based on that. Free is better than not free. Okay. And on the other side, they'll say, well, if you don't like Obamacare, well, then you're a racist, or you hate black people, or you hate brown people, or you hate old people, or you hate sick people. That is not an argument. That is not an argument. I think most well-meaning people in the world want people to have health care. They want people to get better. They want people to be healthy. The big difference between liberals and conservatives is how to go about doing that. And at the end of the day, freedom is justifiable. Freedom is morally justifiable. Taking freedom away from people isn't morally justifiable. That is why liberals have to say things like, Donald Trump just wants sick people to die. He wants to send grandma down the river. You got Bernie Sanders out there saying, if we repeal Obamacare, we're going to have people dying in the streets. They're going to be dying. They're just gonna die, as if shredding a few pieces of paper is going to kill people. No, but when a conservative talks about Obamacare and removing Obamacare, we talk about free market principles. We talk about capitalism. We say, you know what? We want to help sick and poor people too, and the best way to do that is free market capitalism. Is to unshackle the doctors, unshackle the insurance companies, unshackle the individuals who are out there trying to get insurance so that they can move across state lines, for example, or so they can have a choice. Freedom of choice is a real thing. I mean, we always hear about freedom of choice from the liberals, right to choose, pro-choice. What about the choice to not get health care? What about the choice to suffer the consequences of not getting health care? That's a choice. Obamacare didn't make people healthier. But anyways, I digress. What I wanted to talk to you about a little bit was the way I run my Facebook page. The way I run my Facebook page is I let the liberals speak for themselves. Because you know what? The argument that you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe, you're a sexist, you're an Islamophobe, that is all just demagoguery that is meant to shut you up. It is meant to just shut you up. Because I guarantee you that 99% of the people who voted for Donald Trump are not racist, are not bigots, are not homophobic, are not transphobic, are not Islamophobic. But if they can pin those labels on you, well, then they don't have to actually defend the policy. They can just say that you are evil, and anyone is evil. We can't have any part in evil. We can't take any part in evil. So that's what we like to do. We like to show the liberal articles. We like to show them screaming racist. We like to show them screaming sexist. We like to show them screaming homophobe, so we know exactly what kind of people they are. They are the kind of people who won't sit there and actually make a rational argument, but they will just try to sling epithets at you and hope that you are weak enough. They will hope that you are so weak that you will just shrivel, that you will shrink into a corner and give up the fight. And that's called demagoguery. And here at the Disgruntled Millennial and here at the Kevin Jackson Radio Show, we're not afraid of putting liberal points of view out there. We're not afraid of that. We don't need to shut them down. We need for them to speak for themselves. We need for them to speak louder. This last year has been absolutely amazing because the left is losing its mind. It's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. The left is losing its mind over absolutely everything. And now more and more and more people can see what it's all about. More and more people can see what it is all about. People are flocking to the conservative movement. People are flocking. They don't want to be called a bigot and a racist anymore. For simple things, for a question. You can't even question liberal values without them jumping down your throat and calling you a bigot, racist, sexist, homophobe. So instead of shutting them up like they do to us, we put them out there, we put them front and center, and we let everyone get a good, strong whiff of their demagoguery. Because to be perfectly honest, nothing is better for the conservative movement than a bunch of liberals trying to explain themselves. Second only to conservatives who are actually allowed to speak and explain themselves. Because when we're not being censored by Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, we actually can make a few good points. We actually make some good points. This is why YouTube and Facebook and Google need to censor us. Because we make good points. We make irrefutable points. We make points that the only way you can attack them is by calling us names. That's the only way. And they know that too. This is why everyone got so upset about Donald Trump's bleep hole statement about Haiti. Trump said that, Trump allegedly said, this is all just alleged. 2 weeks in the news cycle already. It's all just based on something that allegedly happened. Might not have even happened. But Trump allegedly said bleep hole. And watch as the media goes crazy trying to pin him as a vulgar, racist guy who just, he hates Haiti. He hates brown people. They try to pin him as this terrible, terrible guy when they all forget that Hillary Clinton literally did turn Haiti into a bleep hole. And I love this because Haitians are coming out left and right saying, we agree with Trump. That's why we're coming here. That's why the boats are coming this way towards America. And it's so funny watching leftists go around saying, well, no, Haiti isn't a bleep hole. Okay, well, then why is it such a humanitarian crisis for us to send them back there? How about that? If it's such a wonderful place to live, you go live there. But don't get mad at President Trump for speaking a little bit of truth. Get me at Shaq General. We'll be right back.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.